You are live on intranets.
Hello, intranets.
Hello, World Wide Web.
Mr. Graham, you know where you're going for D-back at the end of the show?
I don't. I saw Brody tagged us in something. I didn't get a chance to read it.
I'll gladly talk about it.
That works.
Our bloke with the growing out his hair.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
did see it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So-
I did see it. I just forgot. But
Yeah.
yes, I do know.
Yeah, so the gentleman that was follically challenged is a D-back.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about it. Like, it's a bit, you know? It's a bit. Bits are okay. And sometimes it's okay to laugh at yourself when your team's that fucking bad, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
should
that's
be.
just that simple. All right, so let me figure out who I'm going to open us with. All right, ready when you are, Mel.
Okie dokie. This is why I check shit now.
This is Mike Rice, Man U supporter. A drinking game suggestion. Big Sam makes a point. Graham makes it about fucking Arsenal. You're listening to the DU Football Show.
I imagine you're going to make it all about Arsenal today, anyways.
Not as much as you think.
Not as much as I think. Okay, well, I mean, and also we played that on the EFL show last week. I thought it was fitting to play it
To
today.
do it here, yeah.
Especially
that's fine.
because what are we going to do? Talk about United? They fucking suck.
They are terrible.
Well, let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. Right, the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of a lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to the DU Football Show, a completely biased recap of the English Premier League as told by two common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me, a man that I just simply look up and I see him holding his cunt mug with his shit-eating grin, and it made me giggle my ass off. My co-host, Mr. Samuel Graham. How you doing, good sir?
Not too bad. Thank you. How are you?
It was just the best. I'm just down here messing with the bottles, doing all the normal routine I do, and I just look up and there he is. Just the fucking greatest. Taps. Fucking brilliant. And of course, on the ones and twos, we got producer Mel. How you doing over there, producer Mel?
I always wonder if you're going to get to me before I finish the fade or during the fade.
I like to keep you on your toes, producer Mel. It's what I like to do.
Yeah, I appreciate that's about you.
Yeah, and then we also hit the fucking mute button in there too, which was pretty great from Whiskey Dicks. Oh, we're gonna get the little.
Since he never knows what that's from.
I like it.
We're recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us, there is many ways that you can. Mr. Graham, tell the good people how they can get in touch.
Absolutely. It's at DU Football Show on all the social medias and dufootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email.
And of course, check us out on TikTok and Instagram, Blue Sky. And the best way to really kind of talk with us as a group is to join the closed group, Mr. Graham. And what's the closed group on Facebook?
It's Drunkard United FC on Facebook. Drunkard United, DRUNKARD. Drunkard, like the person.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of your dads.
Yes, like our entire indoor soccer team.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did you like that I finally put up the starting lineup if we were starting 11 from that
Yes.
meme that was in the group?
Yes.
I thought that was quite brilliant myself.
Yeah, it was. Not too bad.
Yeah. And everybody was out of position because I literally just put them in on what they were in comparisons to the meme. Like the center back was Psycho and that was Rob, and Rob definitely played striker. And I put you for captain, but you would have definitely been a center back. And the only one that actually was true to form was our worst player, which I won't say their name because it's to be fair to them, and the fattest player, me. in the net. Sam and myself both work in the wine and spirit industry and both have a deep, passionate love for all things distilled spirits. So as the red-blooded Americans we are, we vow to have a drink in our hand throughout this show and every single show. Mr. Graham, thought I would go back into the well and have something we haven't had in quite a while, and a really kick-ass whiskey that's worth talking about. So what are we drinking tonight?
We are drinking Hill Rock's Double Cask Rye. This is from New York, Hudson Valley. It's one of Pickerel's old projects, wasn't it? 90 proof in this one. And see if they've got anything good. Pot distilled, aged, hand bottled. Nope.
This is just the standard rye. This is not finished in anything. So
It says double cask, but I would assume that's 2 American barrels in.
yes, it was the way that they did this. This was an all farm to bottle project because Dave at the time was also doing Whistle Pig, and Whistle Pig was sourcing, and he very much wanted this. Kind of came from the 12-year-old marriage from Whistle Pig, which was the Madeira, Sauterne, and Port cask married together.
Yep.
He kind of wanted to do the same thing, but he wanted to do it as, from farm to bottle, which in the case of Hill Rock have this gorgeous estate, and a lot of people that live in the Hudson Valley tend to not be farmers. They tend to be people that live in New York City and buy these lovely estates and then don't actually want to farm. So Kathy and Bill Franklin, who own Hill Rock, just started going around. And all the friends are like, "We'll farm the land for you as long as we get to keep all the grain, right?
Right.
And we get to distill it, and you can say your farm makes whiskey if anybody ever asks, right?"
Not bad.
And from there, he did these ryes, and he did each of them individually. One Madeira, one Sauterne, one Port. The bourbon that we've had before was a Solaris system, was the first time a Solaris system.
I do remember that one.
It is the first time a Solaris system was ever used in American whiskey. Dave is the one who pioneered that now, and that's something we see a lot of nowadays, an awful lot of nowadays. But this one in particular, this is not finished in any style barrel. Starts in 25s. They give it 1 year in 25s, and then they transfer it to a brand new 53. So
Okay.
it's new oak both times, but they start with the smaller barrel. And the idea in that regards is that they wanted to give it a little bit of that fast maturation and fast kind of wood, and then mellow out the rough edges. Because a lot of times those small barrels, we always remember, can tend to be a little popsicle sticky.
Yes, absolutely.
So then you switch to the 53, which allows it to mellow and take a little more time. So think of this as like how Woodford does a double oak, except for you're doing it with rye, and you're doing a small barrel to a bigger barrel.
Nice. This also used to run about 90 on the shelf. Is that
Yep,
still about the same?
Yeah, 90 to
you
100 on the shelf.
It's fantastic. The one annoying bit, it looks beautiful, but the big square bottle, very difficult to pour from.
Yeah, it is.
Not a
It
fan.
is. Yeah, it is difficult to pour from.
It's gorgeous. It looks good, but it takes up too much room on a shelf. I'll tell you that as a retail rep.
Well, the whole idea. So if you're watching on the camera, it looks like a giant Chanel bottle, right? The reason why they did these labels
It's
was
so you could turn them to the side.
very specifically turn them to the side and have them as a library of books on the shelf so that you could see what they were without taking up that crap ton of real estate. But also, let's face it, that bottle's probably behind the counter. It's probably not on the shelf directly.
Well, you're not out in my area,
Yeah.
which they have no placements.
Right.
Just kidding.
Well, it's something we really haven't had in a long time. I know Kathy pretty well, and they make great shit.
Yeah,
And
they make good whiskey. It's delicious.
it's a premium for a reason. It's because every single grain comes from within a 30-mile radius of that distillery. It's all made right there. It's all barreled and distilled. Everything's done right there.
Yeah,
It
they're
is a
not sourcing
very-
any juice is the key.
It is a very small operation, so price point's gonna be a premium. Just how it is. So what else should we always do, Mr. Graham?
Always remember to drink responsibly, of course.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, producer Mel. Very good.
Sweet.
We open with 2 last-minute winners that has tightened up the top of the table, and the Prem's only unbeaten club is in South London. Crystal Palace 2, Liverpool 1, Arsenal 2, Newcastle 1. Right off the jump, Etike is out with for a red card from the League Cup in the middle of the week.
In really stupid fashion.
Yes. I think we have to talk about that before we talk about the game.
Yeah, so obviously he started the season very well, Ekitike. But, there was always going to be a lot of the headlines are about Alexander Isak and, the strike he went on at Newcastle to force through the move and all this kind of stuff. But Ekitike kind of gave Arne Slot no worries this weekend with his team selection.
Yeah.
At least in that position.
Right.
Because he scored the winner. A very basic goal at that.
Yeah.
Against the championship club, against the team they should have been well and far in front of, but weren't. And took his shirt off to celebrate the goal and received a second yellow after receiving a yellow earlier in the game for dissent. So 2 boneheaded moves. And you might see now Isak didn't play particularly well in this game, which is going to be a point of contention because now, Ekitike's played very well to start. He just did something stupid.
Yeah.
So Isak didn't do a lot in this game.
In defense, who the fuck was? No one could get him the ball.
No, but so now do we put Hugo back in?
Right. Yeah.
Because he has started the season well, even though he did this dumb thing.
Yeah.
Technically he served his punishment, right?
Yeah, he absolutely.
So do we? They've apparently the club also fined him £20,000
So
for the action.
Gotta love Liverpool supporters. Throughout the week after the Merseyside derby, they were coming out in droves about the Dewsbury Hall yellow card, going, the referee warned him, man. He said throughout the game that they weren't allowed to take the kicks first, and he warned him, and that's why he got his yellow. Thursday, after the second yellow,
The ref should use a little discretion, I believe is what they said.
referees should use a little bit more discretion when... I have the documents here, and I just want to say Liverpool wears red. There's a certain contingency of Americans that like to wear red hats that make a lot of excuses for what they do. Is it me or the Reds? The MAGA of the fucking Prem.
A little
I'm
bit.
just saying.
Little bit.
Just a little bit, right? Just a little bit.
Yeah, there's definitely some spinning going on, some Fox Newsery happening.
Oh, absolutely.
But what the key is, really, I mean, this is years and years of precedent that is a yellow card.
It is.
Period.
It's a yellow card
You
every
take
time.
a short. Danny Welbeck did it this weekend. We'll
Got a
come
yellow.
on to that. Got a yellow for it.
Yep.
That is the one fucking rule that there's consistency with across every facet of this game, the women's game, every other men's and women's game across the world that takes place. If you take your shirt off to celebrate, you get a fucking yellow.
It is a world rule.
In Italy and in Holland, we've seen if you take your pants off, you get a straight red. Which really shouldn't need to be said. But I remember I think he played for Napoli, was trying to get around the shirt rule, jumped up on the advertising hoarding and dropped trowel. He received a straight red card for that.
Yep.
So that precedent's also been set. That's been in on every continent. Like I said, doesn't matter which gender's game you're playing. That's the rule.
Yep.
That's the rule.
Yeah.
You take your shirt off to celebrate, you get a fucking yellow card.
No, but you see, Sam.
just a young player.
That rule applies for all the snowflakes out there, but not us, not us. No, us. The rules should be differently, and we'll get on to how rules are different across the when we talk about the handball rule. Anyways,
Hold on. While we're talking about rules, real quick.
I
love, Germany and Austria are very similar culturally, right? I love that Ali Glasner got so excited because he's been in Britain for a bit now. He started to run down the touchline, got about 7 steps outside the technical area, and was like, "Fuck rules! I got to get back in the technical area. I'm Austrian. What am I doing here?" and then
Pretty
runs
brilliant.
back into the technical area and just gave a simple high five to his assistant.
Pretty brilliant. Pretty brilliant. While Arne Slot is on the
What are these
field,
emotions?
on the field, screaming at the fourth official right in his face. But all of this,
Hey, Dutch.
yeah, exactly.
Different culture.
Ekatike,
Ekatike.
sorry. None of this fucking matters because Palace fucking dominated
Oh, yeah.
Liverpool.
The whole game.
Palace dominated. If it was not for Allison standing on his fucking head,
Yeah.
this
And
game
the
would have
post.
been 5-0.
So that's exactly it. I mean, what a start from Palace, first of all. I mean, the goal what was it, inside 9 minutes or whatever it was. Ismail Assar got the opener. Reacted first to a loose ball in the box. It was an excellent finish.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just a little bit of luck. Palace dominated Liverpool. They had the better of the chances, and Liverpool's sloppiness for the first 70 minutes of the game almost. And Palace were pouncing on those chances. It literally could have been 4-0 by halftime. And if not, like you say, for Allison, and then Allison's left-hand post, the right, as you're looking from
Right.
Palace's point of view, the right-hand post, but Mateta could have scored the goal of the season already.
And it would not have mattered who was up top because no one could get them the ball.
No.
No, like they couldn't get out of the midfield. Liverpool. I mean, it was.
I think Gahey's going in the summer, or in the in January, by the way,
Oh yeah, probably.
because Kanate was dog shit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then also you look at Gahey, obviously got the assist for the winner, didn't celebrate.
yeah.
Now Uncle Mark's not known for celebrating terribly
No.
much. He stays pretty even keel.
Yeah.
But he barely even smirked. He was like, I'd have dealt with that.
Yeah, it was Palace dominated play. It was all them for the entire match until, of course, right near the end, Liverpool's going to get a goal. I've come to realize, and this, I guess, also works for your team as well. I did some.
Hold on, did you just bring Arsenal up?
Yeah, I did. So you're not going to like it. You're not going to like what I'm.
I don't care.
you're
I
not
just
gonna
want
like-
everybody to take note.
So I did some research and I looked at the documents and I went through and looked at the PGMOL rule for handling the ball for a handball infraction, right? There's very, very, very fine print that states when the arm is fully extended in the air, if the VAR official is able to see the patch and realize that that patch is a title contending team, this entire arm now no longer a handball.
It's not absolutely not what happened in our game. It's taken completely out of context, and the context is quite important. First,
Mo Salah hit that ball with his hand. He threw his arm in the air. He absolutely hit. You see the ball move in direction.
that was definitely a
It
handball.
was so absolutely a handball. And that direction change had Richards not able to hit it clear on the header, which made it fall for the goal.
To Federico Chiesa with one of the worst scuff shots I've ever seen from a position like that.
Like, and there we are. There we are. We're
1-1.
like,
Fuck off.
they're gonna
Yeah.
fucking do it
They're
again.
gonna do it again.
They're gonna
That's exactly what I
fucking
thought.
do it again.
Yep.
Until Sam,
They didn't.
they didn't do it again.
No, and you know why? It's because Arsene Wenger, many years ago, promoted Eddie Nketiah and gave him his first professional contract. He trained him up and then didn't play him for fuck. And then he got a little rusty. And then he came out and he shook the rust a little bit when we had some injuries. And he played well enough that when we were fully fit, there's no way he's getting in the team. But he got a taste of the biscuit, so he wanted to move. So we sold him to Crystal Palace, knowing that eventually he would score a winner against Liverpool. And all I want to say is Arsene Wenger does it again.
Here is what I want to mention about that is not just his sub. You notice who didn't come off when he made that sub? Mateta. Glasner went for it.
Oh, yeah.
Glasner in
It
his
wasn't a
building
like for like, yeah.
now on 18 unbeaten going back to
all competitions.
Going back to last year. And he went, you know what? I'm going to have me a go today. I'm going to go for this one.
You know what's really funny is I feel like over the last, 5 seasons, 6 seasons, there's been 2 hipsters' choices for teams. Mm-hmm. And it's been either Brighton or Palace.
I think they're just all really into the El Gatwico. So,
well, no, I don't think it's that. Well, I do think the hipsters like the kind of weird rivalry.
Right.
But this just smacks of like if our 2 clubs fought, we'd be throwing lager at each other and fighting in the street. I feel like they're slap fighting lattes between the 2 of them. Because it's all bearded, fucking flannel wearing constant follow them, like Brad and Paul, both famously without beards, by the way.
Yes,
but I feel like they're the hipster's choice. Those 2 clubs. And Brighton are a bit unfancied now, so I think it's shifting to Palace since they won something.
And then after that, Sam,
I'm gonna catch so much shit for that.
Within 20 seconds, the referee blew the whistle.
Oh yeah,
he
loved
didn't
it.
give another 10 minutes of stoppage. I was like, holy crap, because
they'd already gone over by a minute, and that's what Arne Slot was bitching about so much, is they had already gone over by a minute on the stoppage time. So they couldn't justify it. There was nothing. They played 35 seconds, which is what you get for a goal. And the ref blew the whistle.
Yep.
It was brilliant. Just what a good performance all around. I mean, Munoz was fucking flying up and down a wing like he always does. Crystal Palace are a tricky proposition for anybody.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. And
I fancy him to win the Conference League.
And before your match, they found themselves sitting in second place. And
Sure did.
That leads us into your match. There you go. Early season, window opened. There's the opportunity. Let's get some points back. Looks like
not even just that though. Spurs drew, right? Which obviously will come on to all of those games.
Right.
But Spurs drew. You needed to at least match City's result because they've picked up a few points early in the season.
Chelsea lost.
Who you might be worried about after the form they showed at the back end of last season. And then obviously with the Liverpool loss. So this is a massive opportunity to pick up points or at least keep pace with everyone that we were concerned about.
And you're going into a building
we're not good at.
You don't do well in.
Bit of a hoodoo there.
But Arteta, is it pressure from the outside voices, or did he actually decide, you know what, this time I'm going to put a lineup on the field and go for the game? I'm gonna have a go and try to get a W. Which did you think that was, Sam?
I'm not sure, to be completely honest with you. I think it was. I think he just saw an opportunity because there's a lot of times that Newcastle doesn't come to play at all. Right? They come to just try to bully, and players like Gabriel get roped into that. Yeah, he is still quite emotional. Yes. Is the one downfall I would have for Big Gab. And it almost came to fruition.
So he got away with one. He absolutely got away with one.
It was more of a coming together, although the ball was nowhere near either of them. Yeah. So it's a strange one. I think probably a yellow and a stern talking to would have been the proper response.
It's not a red, but your VAR can't give you a yellow. But that's something, if the ref had seen it, he would have blown the whistle and it would have been a yellow.
And if it went to VAR, it would have absolutely been a red card because that's the only thing they could do.
Right.
But besides that, I thought Arsenal matched their intensity for a change. Now, we did find ourselves 1-0 down, of course.
Well, before we get to the being down 1-0, Alisson has himself a great game. Nick Pope goes, hold on, let me show you what I can do. First half, sincerely, you guys had all the pressure on Newcastle, and Pope comes up multiple times with big saves.
Yes, huge saves. Nick Pope was fucking excellent in this game, and I mean we were turning the screw, but that draws you out and out and out, and eventually they caught us on the counter, which gave up. I think it was a corner.
Yep.
And then Gabrielle found himself in a weird position, like body shape wise, it couldn't deal with it properly. And then he ended up having to jump and try to head it over to Calafiore, which is what presented who's on the right, Jacob Murphy, with the chance to clip the ball in, I think it was, or maybe it was Trippier. Doesn't matter. But with the chance to clip the ball in, and Woltemade with a phenomenal finish.
Yep. Apparently, Shore Billy's very hell-bent on getting this over, so I'm going to say it once, and then that's all he's going to get. Apparently, Big Dick Nick getting it done with his head again.
Big Dick Nick, huh?
Yeah.
Is that
yeah.
the man that lives in the van by the sea?
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
He probably does have a huge cock.
He's just pushing for it. But it was funny.
He's pushing for the cock?
I
What?
guess.
He lives by the sea, kind of.
The man that never scores with his head has got 2 goals in the Prem, and they're both with his fucking head.
Yeah, exactly.
And there you guys find yourself at halftime. You're down 1-0. And I got to say, I really enjoyed your hard-hitting, really good cutting analysis that you did on your halftime check-in on TikTok.
I did not do a halftime check-in.
Exactly.
I was dealing with a sick child. We were snuggled up on the couch, and she was coughing in my face the entire time.
I just wanted to make you aware of that because you gave me such a hard time for not doing it last week.
I know, but I had a real reason.
You know, well,
Not just I forgot.
Well, I did 2 this week, Dick.
Good.
To pick up the
Good job.
slack for you.
Thank you. Well done. Ultimately, you
Hey,
know,
Sam.
Yeah.
Shore Billy says Big Dick Nick gives good head.
all right.
There you go.
I'm sure he does with those dyed blonde locks.
You've had your moment. There we
Blondes
go.
have more fun.
So into the second half, Sam. It's much of the same. You guys are on them. Like,
Yeah, and that we did kind of the same thing to Liverpool at Anfield. I mean, we held a fair bit of possession, and it took that worldie to beat us, right? It was this was a momentary lapse in concentration. We did it against City. A momentary lapse in concentration found us 1-0 down, right? But the character of this side is such over the last 2 seasons that we just keep going and keep pushing and keep trying, and we did.
what point of time in the second half did you just start to go, we're gonna fucking blow it? Here's the opportunity. We got the opportunity. Fuck. We're gonna not even get 1 point. We're gonna drop all fucking 3, aren't we? We're gonna
About
lose this one 1-0.
About the 70th minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
About the 70th minute, I started to not believe. But you can't count them out, man. I mean, they got the set pieces they needed. You had
I was
Marino.
gonna say, there you go, set pieces.
Marino scoring again. Another great header from him out of nowhere, really. And then Big Gabby made up for his earlier mistakes. I mean, he had a very strange game. Ultimately, he defended quite well, but it was him that made the mistake that led to the Newcastle goal.
Of course.
So then it's like what? Come on, man! And then he pops up with the winner, and it's like, I forgot about everything else you've done. Now, well done. And that was a great header as well.
All right. I will.
It was excellent. The whole thing was excellent, and went unnoticed. Declan Rice was absolutely fucking phenomenal in this game.
I want to state that both debated handballs were very different in the regards of, what happened. I think you got away with one simply because it hit a body part before it bounced up and hit the hand. Because when you slide, you might slide with your arms. You're not going to slide like you're raising your hand to answer.
No, but
a
he
fucking
was diving
question.
down.
Yeah, I mean, that hand was straight in the air.
Yeah.
And he's very lucky that it hit a body part that you'd be like, oh, well, it deflected and went into him. And
I
it's
would
natural.
argue Nick Pope didn't play that ball. Victor Gyökeres played it onto Nick Pope.
If
he takes it a quarter-inch wider, which he was trying to do, that's a penalty all day. Nick Pope knew nothing about him getting the ball.
But
I don't want to hear this goalkeepers union shit.
No.
That penalty should not have been overturned.
Sam, I will go back to one where they fucked over. I thought they fucked over Everton. Was the Tottenham one where Lloris barely got fingertips to it? It's very simple. If the keeper gets the ball,
the
gets
difference
any
is
part of
he
the
was
ball,
trying to get the ball.
If the keeper gets any part of the ball, they're gonna let him get away with it.
Robert Sanchez got the ball against Brian and Blemo.
Do I think, outside of the box, do I think that should have been called a penalty? Yes, I do. But the way the rule is written, the keeper gets ball, he's going to be okay.
How many times is a foul given for a follow-through?
Oh, all the time.
Right. It should have been a penalty straight away.
Keepers inside the box.
There aren't different rules for goalkeepers.
The rules
Except for the
written
use of your hands.
The rule's written that way.
It's
the
not,
rule
though.
is written that way.
They
It
don't
is
have a
absolutely
specific
written-
goalkeeper clause in a penalty rule. It's a foul inside the box.
If the keeper makes the save and makes a save and actually touches the ball, it is not a foul if there is contact. It says
So's
it
the
in the
handball
rules.
rule.
It says it in the rules.
So's the handball rule then.
It says it in the rules.
So does the handball rule.
Look,
It's
hey,
not
look,
a handball.
Look with the fucking handball. I already made my piece in the closed
not a
group.
handball.
I already made my piece in the closed group with the fucking
Mo Salah's a handball.
with the James Tarkovsky's one that got called a handball and the Mo Salah one that didn't.
But that was a definite handball.
Yeah. Oh,
Tarkovsky.
So
he
n-
should have been sent off. He should be sent off every fucking game he plays.
Of course, well,
because he's a cunt.
because JB would love that. That would make JB a very happy man. Anyways, now you're 2 points back. They've got to play Chelsea, who have been
Their next
inconsistent.
5 games are fucked.
You know, it's like suddenly now.
Have you seen their next 5 games? Mm-hmm. I think they play United, which is a derby. Mm-hmm. They play Chelsea. I think they play City as well. They've got a fucked next 5 games.
Don't have to
Liverpool
pull it
do.
up.
And we have a very easy next 5 games on paper.
Because you've already gotten through a few of your tough matches right off the bat to start the season. We already talked about Liverpool, United, and City already out of the way.
It's been a rough start to our season, absolutely.
No.
But it's a great opportunity for us to go. We've got West Ham, Fulham, Palace, Burnley, Sunderland in our next 5, right?
Palace is the tough one.
Switch teams to Liverpool. They've got Chelsea, United, away to Brentford, which we saw them do some good work. Mm-hmm. Now, Liverpool have been shaky at the back, and I think Igor Thiago might have a fair something to say about that game, to be fair. And they've looked a little better at the back. They're still a bit scatterbrained.
Who are the last two?
And then you got Villa and City. Mm-hmm. And Villa looked like they woke up all of a sudden. So, the good part is, and Chelsea's away also. I think we have a real opportunity to establish a bit of a lead over the next few weeks, because Ibrahima Konate is just not good enough at the moment.
Clip this,
They can get got at.
save this, and let's talk to Sam in 5 weeks when somehow
let's go
Liverpool's
ahead.
still
Let's
top
fucking
of the
talk about
league.
it. I'll be happy to talk about it.
Time to turn our attention to the newly promoted clubs, who have more points in their first 6 matches than the last 2 years combined of promoted clubs.
I think the average was like 6 points the last 2 years, or 7 points through the first 5.
23 right now, 8 last year, 6 the year before that.
Absolutely pitiful.
Yeah.
So an average of 7 points between them.
Yeah.
Over the first 6 games,
Uh-huh.
and they've got 23. Brilliant.
Sunderland 1, Forest 0, Leeds 2, Bournemouth 2,
Oh, well,
Man
that's not
City
fair.
5,
That's the Postecoglou
Burnley
effect.
1. Here we go.
If a Greek person from Australia flaps his wings while he's on holiday, a Portuguese man loses his job.
Heard. Very good.
The Postecoglou effect, Mel.
The Black Cats are in 5th place. They are sitting on 11 points and just got their first road win. And while
In 9 years.
Yeah, and while
something.
the city ground isn't necessarily a fortress right now, it has been for quite a while. And impressive win from Sunderland. And it can be debated, but don't give the referee a decision to make, and free kicks don't happen with the dive that resulted in the free kick that resulted in the goal.
Mm-hmm. The other thing is, why aren't you starting Morton Gibbs-White? He's your best player.
I was baffled by that.
Why aren't you starting Hudson Odoi,
Yeah.
who's obviously going to trouble a newly promoted right back?
Start your best players.
Start your best players
Start your
against
best
a newly
players.
promoted team at home. Start your best players.
Especially
If
since
you're going to
you've
bring them
gotten-
on at halftime anyway.
especially since you've gotten to the club and you haven't gotten a win yet. You're in your building against a newly
They
promoted side.
beat Batiste, and they beat Batiste on the road.
Fuck squad rotation. Start your studs. Get a fucking win.
Well, but where was the squad rotation at Tottenham?
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It just, I mean, you know what? You would hope he would. That Forest weren't pulling up trees to start the season anyway.
Trees,
they were
get
off
it.
they were off to a bit of a slow start.
Yeah.
But they had a clear and concise plan, and you could see what they were doing under Nuno.
Yeah, exactly.
You're now 5 games into your full tenure because you had the League Cup game,
Mm-hmm.
you had the European game, right, and then you've had 3 Premier League games.
Yeah.
You've gotten 1 win in 5.
Yeah.
Like, and no wins in the league.
Yeah.
So really, he has turned it around, and he is playing Postecoglou ball. Look at his results at Spurs last season. The most losses in the league without being relegated. It's a record you don't want to hold, and he's got it.
What is interesting with this team, and Granit Xhaka has been an incredible signing. You said that at the start of the season that this was going to be a marquee signing for Sunderland. There is a calmness that he offers that team when they're playing in a low block and know they need to grind it out. They see him everywhere, cracking people, winning the ball, making tackles.
At 33 years old as well.
And it energizes the rest of the team.
Well, here's it. So you have to go back to Xhaka's early days at Arsenal, right? Red card after red card. Everybody
Big
hated
hothead,
it. We all
yeah.
started to get pissed off at him, blah, 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 blah. It ends up being death threats on the internet, booed off the pitch. He threw his gloves, remember? Like, everything was shit. Arteta dropped him, put an arm around him, calmed him down. He came back into the team, changed his position, and everyone by the end was cheering him off the field every fucking game. He got rid of the hot-headedness, and then he goes, you know what? I've completed my character arc. I'd like to leave.
Right.
Arteta let him go. He ends up at Frankfurt, and is instrumental.
Frankfurt or Leverkusen? I thought it was.
Oh, it's Bayern Leverkusen. I'm sorry. It's part of the unbeaten season. Has a very good season. Goes all the way to the Europa League final. Ended up being the only game they lost that season.
Yep.
Right. Completes the unbeaten, all that kind of shit. So he's part of Germany's Invincibles and all that. And then goes, Ten Hag shows up. He's like, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And tries to find, at 33 years old, a place where he's going to play and a place where he can lead. And Labrie has figured out very quickly that they needed a leader and they needed Premier League experience and they needed somebody to do it all. And Jacques is that guy, and he trusted him with it. And what he said in his post-match of this game was, I believe, because they asked him, what brought you to Sunderland? Like, why'd you do it? And he was like, I believed in the project. They needed a leader, and he believed in me.
Right.
And he steps in immediately as the captain and then puts in performances like this. Obviously, he got the assist. He is responsible for their last 3 assists, by the way.
Yep.
And it was an absolutely brave header by Alderete because he could have been cleaned the fuck out. But he decided to do it anyway, and it paid dividends. It was absolutely excellent. And Robin Roofs,
Again.
fucking could displace Emmy as the goalkeeper of the year.
Again.
I mean, fucking
just
phenomenal.
On absolute
Fucking phenomenal. Yeah.
And, well, this team seems to
Well,
have
I guess replace Donnarumma since they just had the awards last week as well.
explosive. They're an explosive, quick offense when they need to be. They are taking advantage of the opportunities that are given to them. They are still playing good physical ball. They're not getting pushed around, and they're playing smart defense.
Yeah.
And it's lining up to be everything that says this is a team that should survive. Now, when we look back at the last 2
They
years,
may already have enough points to survive.
when we look back at last year, last 2 years, you looked at Luton and you looked at Ipswich, and they were like, they're plucky. This team isn't plucky. This team fucking belongs.
Well, they're very calculated in the way they make the runs. In their wins, I think they have a combined possession percentage of 38% or something. They know what they're doing. They know they're under the cosh. They play organized defensive ball, and then they hit teams on the break. And like I said, when you have somebody with the passing ability of Xhaka and somebody that's popping up everywhere, just inspires the rest of the team. You add in a Dingra who's pretty pacey out on the left. You had a lot of these guys played bit parts at their old clubs. Right?
Yeah.
Again, with like a Dingra that was at Brighton, didn't start every game.
Yeah.
You know he's going to start every game here. He knows he's going to start every
Yep,
game here.
exactly.
And he's taken the bit between his teeth and ran with it.
Absolutely.
You know, And again, you can't talk about Xhaka without talking about the full character arc, right?
Right.
Because he went from absolute villain. And things, he was getting death threats on the internet from Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
Right? Now, obviously, our internet game is toxic, to say the least.
No, not you guys. You're like the sweetest, nicest people ever.
But to win the fans back over before he left, then to go to Leverkusen and do what he did at Leverkusen, you can literally look at the maturity increasing game by game by game by game and year by year by year. And now he's come back and he's leading this team to something great.
Yeah. And this team gives me vibes of the Leeds team that came up the first time and their first season, not in the regards of style of play, but in the regards of we haven't been here in a while. We missed being here. We're not going the fuck down.
Yeah.
We're not going down.
They're going to hate me for comparing it, but you look at, the other one club towns in Leeds and Newcastle, right? And how just rabid their fan base is and how much that helps, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you couldn't even hear the Forest supporters.
Nope.
They were as loud as could be, those Sunderland fans. And when they get in front of their own crowd, it's even more imposing.
Oh, yeah.
And they're riding that wave, right?
Don't forget, Stadium Light's one of the biggest fucking stadiums in the country. It's a massive stadium.
That's what I'm saying. So you get, like when Leeds does the "Let's Start a Riot" song, and that's very imperious. It's hard to play against.
So moving on.
Think of the Goodison atmosphere. Those are all proper old grounds, right? And I, by the way, real quick before I forget to mention it, because I know your game's last, the amount of times the co-coms was like, "Oh, this reminds me of Goodison. They're getting loud in here." It's like, "Fuck off, man." I'm just sick of hearing it.
They built the stadium specifically to trap sound and
like
be even
Goodison,
louder.
yeah.
Like they built it to be louder than Goodison.
It was just like, what the fuck?
So
do we have to keep mentioning it?
And it's also, not for nothing, it's the same bloody fucking supporters that were in the old building that are in the new building.
They've
you think they suddenly got to the new building and went, it's
we'll
nice
just be
here.
quiet.
Like, come on.
We'll just be quiet. And speaking of that, on the Ryder Cup this weekend, did you see with the Irish lads banging through on Saturday and really dominating the U.S. and kicking up the old score? Did you? Because obviously the American fans were quite rude a lot of the weekend. I don't know if you saw a lot of those.
Oh,
clips.
yeah, I did.
But they brought one from the terraces of the football grounds. And when the Americans weren't so boisterous, with Europe having quite the lead, they brought out the, "Is this a library? Is this a library?"
Brilliant
chant to the old golf. It was fantastic.
Moving it on to Leeds, who currently sit in 11th place on 8 points. And it looks like Farke's system of being physical and aggressive and just playing old school footy is fucking working, man.
Yeah, for the most part.
It ain't going to be pretty. It is not going to be pretty. But it's effective, and it rubs me again like a team that is here to fucking stay up.
The thing that I would worried about is now, well, I'm happy because both of us now have a point on our predictions. But Nuno is pragmatic enough. I think West Ham are going to be fine now. That's one less team in the drop.
That's true.
So now what?
Yeah.
Right? Now who else is going down so you can stay up? I think Forest has a good shot of it, to be honest.
Okay.
They have good enough players, but Postecoglou has already shown. And he came in brazen. They're going to be playing my style by Wednesday.
All right.
Well, they are. You're losing every fucking game, mate.
Yeah, it ain't going so well.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that could get toxic very quick because we know Morton Gibbs-White wanted to leave anyway.
Right.
He tried to sign for Spurs, remember?
Yep.
So that could be a problem. You worried about Palace before the start of the... Not you. In general, people worried about Palace before the start of the season with the sale of Eza.
Pal's going to be fine.
Palace is easily fine. So who now replaces you?
Worried about Brentford. Brentford fucking seems to be doing it at home and pulled off a fucking impressive win over Man United.
And the other problem is I can't for the life of me get Norwich Farke out of my head.
Norwich Farke, yeah.
So that potentially could fall apart. But so far this season, you're absolutely right. Now, what I will say about this game is this is the dictionary definition. When somebody says to you, this game needs a goal, those first 20 minutes, I almost decided to never watch football again. They were some of the most boring fucking football I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. It was horrific. And Antoine Semenyo saved the day with that laser beam that somehow went through the defender laying on the ground. It's absolutely fantastic. And then Leeds were forced to play. And that opened the game up, and it was absolutely end-to-end stuff for the rest of the 70 minutes.
And both goals come from changing sides of the field, crosses, one set piece, one across the long staff. But you know what they're going to do. Like you saw it when they played that first match against Everton. They were booming down the sides, dropping the ball in the middle. And they've got, for better or worse, they got the right guy at striker for that kind of system in Calvert-Lewin. And it doesn't necessarily mean that Calvert-Lewin scores the goal, but he draws a lot of fucking attention when there's a ball coming across the center of the fucking box.
Yeah.
Two strikers, two fullbacks suddenly have to pay attention to him, which then means maybe somebody's wide open, like Sean Longstaff on the backside.
Bro.
Wide the fuck open.
Generic white man from the north with a fantastic volley.
What a hit.
It was excellent. Ended up for me the goal of the weekend.
Oh
I
my God!
reckon.
What a nip!
The way his body shape was, it looked like he meant it. Kind of sliced across the ball. Obviously, hits the inside of the post, and then it's always pleasing to me when the ball goes full length around the goal and then comes out again.
Yeah.
It was absolutely fantastic. The other thing I will say is Calvert-Lewin flattered to deceive. Obviously, a shot on goal in the first 38 seconds. And then for the next 19 minutes and 22 seconds, nothing happened.
Nothing.
So that apologies to Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah,
for that.
It's sometimes it's for a team like Leeds. Sometimes it's not necessarily that you need the guy to score 20. You need him to be involved in why 20 goals go in the back of the net.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's as Dave and Lars had talked about it. They need someone to score them 15 goals. If someone scores them 15 goals, that's probably enough to get them enough points to put them in where 17th place would be.
I have a question for you, by the way.
Shoot.
With Rodon's header, do you think Petrovic should have done better, or do you think that little flick off of Semenyo's head was enough to beat him properly? Because I feel like he got enough of his hand to it that he should have kept it out.
I agree. He should have saved it.
And if that happens, Bournemouth win 2-1, we're having a very different conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Very true. Very true. Well, and
that's all I'm saying is I'm not completely sold on Leeds yet.
Right.
But again, and this is what, like when Dice first took over Everton, they said there was a lot of draws there.
Yeah.
And I was like, all you need is points on the board.
Yep.
Don't fucking worry about it. You'll be safe, right? And what Leeds is doing right now is getting points on the board, and that's all that really matters. So fair play, but I'm a little concerned that their attack might be a bit stunted at some point.
Two thoughts. I don't disagree with that, but this is a team that's in 11th place with 8 points. Last year, all three teams combined had 8 points. The year before that, all three teams combined had 6 points, right?
I'll give you that.
And also, not for nothing, the Cherries are a decent fucking club.
They are a good team.
They know what to do.
They are a good team.
And they know how to get that equalizer. That's something they know how to do. We saw them do this last year. They know how to find a way. So I think that if it's 1-1, maybe the Cherries don't get a goal late on, that maybe they just see it out because they're like, all right, you know what, a point's a fucking point, let's call it a day.
Yeah.
Right? They're pushing for that last goal is what's happening.
I think Bournemouth have the personnel that they'll survive it. But there's two people I think that are being tipped from within the Premier League. I know there's other options. For inevitably when Amorim gets fired, right?
Right.
It's Iraola and it's Glasner.
Yeah.
Glasner, the club stood by him when he said, if we don't sign a replacement for Gahey's not leaving.
Right.
And if Gahey leaves and we haven't signed a replacement, I'm fucking leaving.
I'm out of here. Yeah.
They've backed him.
Yeah. Agreed.
In that situation.
Agreed.
He's happy. They have a real chance for me, Palace do, to win the Conference League, and he can add to his trophy collection.
Yep.
And I think he's having a bloody good time. Don't forget his playing career ended because of a small aneurysm. Mm-hmm. I don't know that the pressure of the Manchester United job is something that really appeals to him necessarily. I think Iraola's head could be turned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
and
agree.
if he goes, Bournemouth don't get relegated, but they fall off a bit.
Oh, I would 100%
I think
agree
their
with that.
personnel is good enough to survive him leaving, but it is a problem.
I also think that they have a personnel that very much
Potentially.
fits his system. Very much fits his system.
And 2 years from now, Manchester United will be brought up on PSR for buying all of Bournemouth.
Yeah, precisely. Finally, not as in good of a place, but Burnley are in 18th place on 4 points. But let's face it, they ran into a buzzsaw that was City, but also
On the back of a loss as well, City.
mind you,
Or the back of a draw, rather.
at 4 points, they are half the total of all 3 teams that got promoted from
Yeah,
last year.
season, yeah.
And only 2 behind all 3 teams that got promoted the year before. So all that being said, I mean, seriously, this should have been 3-3 considering it was 2 own goals by a Burnley player.
So you know the thing that goes, they do it a lot for the golf reels on Facebook and Instagram, where it's like, I am, Dominus Maximus Meridius, and then you get out.
I'm Jeff.
My name is Jeff. My name is Steve.
Yeah, no shit.
I know it's pronounced Esteve. Mm-hmm. But my name is Steve.
Hey, Steve. My name is Steve. I like that. I'm with you.
Yeah, because
That's a
fucking 2 own goals.
Hey, Graham. Well written joke.
Thank
I like
you.
that one. Well
2
done.
own goals. My name is Steve.
My name is
You
Steve.
Absolute cunt. Sub him off. I'd rather play with 10 men because they're playing with 12 currently. Get the fuck off the field.
By the way, his brace more impressive than Holland's garbage brace at the end of the match.
Absolutely right.
Because Holland got 2 fucking
He scored
garbage ass goals at the end of the fucking game.
2 better goals for City than Holland did.
It was fucking hysterical.
What the fuck? Did you see it before it even went in? The second one, he already threw his hands up.
He's like, dude, the fuck.
Now, to be fair to Steve, there, I'm very proud of myself. There was, he did have to deal with them. Mm-hmm. I mean, Phil Foden was putting that in anyway.
Oh yeah.
So was, I don't even remember who was running on to it. Was it to Johnny Reinders or somebody, or Oscar Bob? Maybe. No, it was Oscar Bob.
Oscar Bob. Yeah.
Was running on to it because I remember Bob celebrating. They go, "Did you touch it?" And he was like, "Nah."
Mm-hmm.
He was honest. But yeah, it's tough.
By the way,
thing I worry about the most.
Put Jeremy for City, and then we'll get back to Burnley. Put Jeremy Doku in fucking bubble wrap at all times.
Yeah, no shit.
Because he is the most important thing out there for them as far as making plays happen.
Absolutely.
If he gets hurt, it's going to be like a Rodri-like effect.
Yeah. To Johnny Reinders, I feel like the same way. He's doing the Kovacic role better than Kovacic.
Yes, very much so.
He's getting on the end of things. He's creating a little bit. Phil Foden looks like he's back to his best, to be fair to him. But no, it's all about Doku. I mean, Doku's final product has been phenomenal this season.
Right.
Where before, you almost thought of him as a much better Adama Traore, where he would take players on, he was direct, it was great, but he would dwell on the ball a bit too long. He wouldn't put in the right cross or the right pullback or whatever. He wasn't contributing goals. And this season, we've seen him so far do those things, right?
Right. So to finish on Burnley, and then we need to keep it rolling because we've been going for a while tonight. We're on a roll tonight, my friend.
The rest of it didn't give us a ton.
No, it didn't.
It gave us a bit, but it didn't give us a ton.
A lot of 3-1s, and that's about it. But the thing with Burnley is this is likely going to be a relegated team. I think we see that, right? Because the dam is going to break. There's only so much that they can do. But I can tell you this much.
But the biggest problem is they can't score goals. Go ahead.
I don't see them being dead bottom.
No.
Not until fucking Wolves figure shit out right now.
But the other
I put
thing,
Wolves dead fucking bottom.
Remember, under Eddie Howe, they were a yo-yo club before Sean Dyche established them in the Premier League. So I think you're seeing that again, where they're going to yo-yo for a couple years.
Right.
They bank the money. They don't spend a shit ton of money. They bank the money, and then they have one summer where they go hell for leather,
Yeah.
and then they're in the Premier League for 6 years.
Yeah. And I don't blame them for that. I mean, you're one
at this point, you got to do what you got to do.
Yes, you're one of the original clubs, but let's face it, you're not in a city that's going to fucking attract, everyone to come for you. And if they do, it's going to be in like the case of like when.
Well, no, they're getting people like Brent want to go there. Jesus Christ.
Hey. You be nice
Sorry,
to
Pastor Daddy.
To Pastor Daddy, okay? But you
I'm
have
just
a
kidding,
scenario
bud. I love you.
like a Vincent Company who went there for the opportunity to springboard to someplace else. That's what your club is going to
but
be.
to be fair,
Yeah.
springboard to Bayern Munich.
Yeah, but
It's a bit much.
it was a
isn't it?
bit much. But you
He
see what
definitely
I'm,
went off the high dive.
but you see what I'm getting at. So they can't just go, fuck it. Let's go for it. Like,
Yeah, no, they absolutely can't,
have
especially
to
not
be
with Scott
pragmatic.
Parker.
They have to be smart about it.
Yeah.
And being a yo-yo is not the end of the world if you're doing it correctly, like you said. And then they find themselves in the Premier League for 6 years.
Well, and one of those years found themselves in the Europa League, don't forget.
Precisely. So that's exactly what you need to expect from them. But really, the greater point was just to bring up, it's nice to finally fucking see the bottom 3 clubs, the newly promoted clubs, actually give a shit.
Well, so
Because the last 2 seasons, it didn't even look like they fucking cared.
Well, so you have, and this is the last point I'm gonna make on it because I appreciate we have to move on, but you have the last 2 seasons. We always talk about this disparity between the haves and the have-nots, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have that group of, say, Everton, Palace, and a few others that are their ceiling realistically is 8th
Yeah.
at this point, right? Y'all's is probably a little higher. Doesn't matter. Not the point. You don't need to get
I'm with you.
specifics.
I'm fine.
But then the people coming up don't have enough money to drop 200 million on players.
Right.
And when you do that anyway, we saw what happened to Fulham. They went straight back down.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, meld everybody in, right? So you started to see this trend, this 2 years in a row, start to worry. Fuck. Is the gap between the Premier League and the Championship getting that much greater that it's going to be a 16 or 17 team closed shop?
Yeah.
And we're fucked. And the 3 that come up are the 3 that go down. And occasionally you have a bad season, right? Like Spurs could have been relegated, right?
Right.
If anybody cared.
Right.
Spurs could have been relegated.
If the 3 teams that got relegated had tried at all,
So-
they could have been relegated.
But now we're seeing, and more often than not, all 3 teams that come up don't get relegated through history. So this was a worrying trend, and now you're seeing that trend, maybe just a blip. Let us pray. What we don't want is it to be boring.
Yeah, exactly. Rounding out the rest of the league in, 3-1. I mean, that happened. Brentford 3, Manchester United 1, Brighton 3, Chelsea 1, Wolves 1, Spurs 1, Aston Villa 3, Fulham 1, Everton 1, West Ham 1.
Speaking of boring, Manchester United.
The Bees continue to dominate Manchester United at Brentford. This is now, I think, 5 seasons running where the Bees have kicked the shit out of Manchester United at their stadium.
Yeah. Speaking quickly of the Baltimore Ravens and the suspected injury to, which I haven't heard anything about today. He was supposed to undergo a scan, but to Lamar Jackson. I said that don't worry about being 1-3 because the next 7 you should be 8-3 by the end of it because they're playing pretty much every shit team on their schedule in the next 7 games.
Right.
And I said, the Chargers, the Rams, you might have a problem with right now that Lamar's hurt. You might have a problem with Cincy, but it's in your building. You normally beat them in your building. That's fine. You don't go away to them until almost the end of the year. Mm-hmm. And then the next 4 teams after that, I could beat my current physical state. Mm-hmm. The Dolphins, the Browns, right? Like this.
Okay, so get to the point because this is Premier League, not NFL.
I could beat that, not beat that offside trap. I could do the offside trap better than Harry Maguire did in my current physical state.
Yes.
That was schoolboy defending. It was absolutely pitiful.
Yeah. How about-
Absolutely fucking pitiful. My point is how pitiful those 4 teams the Ravens are about to face.
Yeah.
And that was the defending that Lamar Jackson, that fucking Harry Maguire put out for that first goal. It was absolutely pitiful.
even without Thomas Franks there, next man up mentality, Thiago's just decided, okay, fine, I'm going to be the 20 goal scorer this year.
Well, he was brought in to replace Ivan Toney, remember, and
Yeah.
then suffered like an ACL or something. It was a season-ending injury.
Yeah.
He made 2 appearances
He
last
is
year,
just-
and that was it. And now you're seeing why they bought him.
Yeah. Like,
It was a phenomenal finish. He didn't have the legs by the end of the run to really get into the goalkeeper.
but another brace.
That was fucking
another
phenomenal.
He's going to, like, it's almost inevitable there's going to be a striker with Brentford that's going to score somewhere between 15 to 20 with with ease.
And
even.
the worst part about it is Bayern Deer made saves in this game.
Yes.
He played well
Yes.
for once.
Absolutely.
Did you see Harry Maguire mark him into the post at one point?
Yes, I did see that crap. And pulled
Fucking
him back in the-
slabhead. What are you doing? Absolute bricks for brains, this cunt.
And then the referees doing their damnedest, making sure that Bruno gets a penalty, misses it.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if it was a penalty.
Yeah.
Once again, don't give the ref a decision to make. You gave him a decision to make. I'm not sure that was a penalty. But Kelleher had his best save of the game at that moment because it's Šeško, for fuck's sake. I'm so glad we didn't buy him.
Right.
It took him 3 bites at a cherry to get that over the goddamn line.
It took him forever to put that one
a
over.
yard and a half off the goal line. If you can't put that in the net, I don't want you.
And
And they spent $99 million on him.
was it Jensen or Damsgaard who scored the third one, the peach, where he just kind of pulled it back outside the 18 and
Jensen, because
yeah.
Damsgaard had come off by then. I
Yeah,
think.
and just slotted it away. Like, just
Also, Damsgaard looks like a fucking nerd, by the way. Just the, and I don't mean to make fun of him for it, really, because he can't control it. But the manner, his head shape, and the way his hairline is receding, he looks like a data analyst. It's like, oh, get fucked.
and yeah, it's that is a massive win for Brentford to hopefully in some instances, quell the doubters. I'm still a doubter. I think that season's long,
But again, it is United. You can't really take it a thing.
No.
If it wasn't for Bendir, or Bayern, United could have been 3-4-0 down.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we talked about Liverpool earlier against Palace. It's the same situation.
Yep.
Brentford dominated the fucking game.
Yep, they did. They absolutely did. It's undebatable. That's what happened. It was that simple. Moving on to Chelsea and Brighton. Chelsea, first half lead. Everything seems to be going well. Then a red card. And then...
In my way downtown, walking fast. I'm a seagull. Go fuck yourself.
Fucking... And then it was...
that guy Welbs.
As soon...
Come on.
As soon as Chalobah goes off, and then it is just the fucking seagull show. They are all over them. They could have scored more. They should have scored more. For me, that was a dead away pen. It was a kick to the fucking head. It was absolutely a pen that didn't get called.
Oh, yeah. Big
Like-
time. It doesn't matter if you made contact or not. It's a high boot,
Yeah.
which is a foul
Yeah.
in the box.
A high boot.
That's a penalty.
It's a pen. It's absolutely a pen.
Malagusto's foot was above his own nipples.
Yeah, it was. A
And you know
fucking dead
what?
away
I
pen.
feel like we can make the nipples the line.
Yeah,
If your head. Now, we can't account for people like Tyreek Lamptey, fine, who's
right.
fucking 4'6".
Right.
But if, in general, as a general rule of thumb, is your foot above your nipples, it's a high boot.
Yeah, and there's really not much to say about this one other than Chelsea
Bro.
seemingly keep doing it to their fucking selves, man.
Oh, I have 2 things to say. Chalobah, it wasn't a particularly harsh foul, but again, last man, and you gave the ref a decision. You can't
It's-
be doing that kind of stuff. But it did take, what I would worry about a little bit is it took Brighton a while to press home their advantage. Once they finally did, they were comfortable. I really also liked Enzo Fernandez's adjustment for the opening goal. I mean, he almost overran that ball by about 4 yards, and he's one of the shortest players on the
Yeah,
pitch.
yeah.
But was able to kind of stop, jump backwards a little bit, and just let it hit him.
Yep.
If you look, he doesn't even move his neck.
Just
it
in
just
the-
just let it hit his face. and it was very well done.
For Brighton, though, let's face it, they've been having a hard time kind of figuring out matches. So other than the City match, so in this one, yeah, it took them a while to get there, but at least they fucking got there.
Yeah,
which is something to say for them. That's a good jump start for their season.
Well, absolutely. And also, I like the fight. There was a couple skirmishes in this one. They cared. Right,
Yeah.
This is slowly becoming a little bit of a rivalry for some reason. Brighton just likes a weird derby.
Well, it's because Chelsea makes the jokes of how Brighton is their feeder team.
Well, what do? Somebody said it was almost £500 million Chelsea have spent on Brighton people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
The other thing is who's Maxim de Kuiper and how long is it going to take for Chelsea to buy him? Never heard of the guy before. Again, this is Brighton, much like Brentford.
Yep.
Who the fuck is that guy? Scores the winner or whatever,
Yep. Exactly. Yep. Precisely.
And Chelsea's going to buy him.
Chelsea's going to buy him. Here's 95 million quid. Give us that guy. We want him because he scored a goal against us.
Tell him to bring the peach schnapps.
Yes, precisely.
De Kuiper?
The Wolves.
This is a booze show, by the way.
Wolves did everything right. There was
Pissed me off.
Pereira defense doing their thing. Started in a 4, went to a 3. It was almost seamless. Agbayor got the bench to start, which he hasn't had a very particularly good start to the season, and many would debate he's why they stayed up last season when they got him in January. But he came into the second half, looked good. Rodrigo Gomez and Andre both look good. Like, they haven't looked good. The team, they did everything right.
But Tottenham going to Tottenham.
And then they gave it up at the end.
Yeah, but Tottenham going to Tottenham.
Yeah.
And that's why Wolves were in a position they were in. They didn't really create the goal, to be fair.
No.
It was very comical defending.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Thomas Frank must... What club did I join? What is happening right now?
Right. He's experiencing what Spursy is.
Yeah. And you know what? Because it's top of mind, I talked about it a lot today. It was. I'm not saying this about Thomas Frank. I'm saying this about Jim Harbaugh. But every time a mistake's made, the camera pans to him, and he has a stupid face. John Harbaugh does.
Right.
Glasner looks just perplexed as to what he's looking at.
Like,
the stupid face is the team.
Right.
If
right.
that
And
makes
he's
sense.
just looking at them going, the fuck?
Yeah, because Vicario should have dealt with the ball.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It hits off his shin ankle area. It hits off of his own defender's thigh and right back to a player that whiffed on the ball to be able to poke into the back of the net.
Newsflash, Vicario is fucking god-awful at corner kicks. He's
ridiculous.
terrible at corner kicks.
It's ridiculous.
I am amazed that that team did not make a go for someone like an Emmy or someone like a Pickford.
You know what?
I'm amazed that they didn't go for one of those keepers.
You know what else I think here?
And honestly, with Pickford, it's why didn't they go for Pickford before they got Vicario? Sorry to cut you off, by the way. Why didn't they go for him before they got Vicario when Everton was in such financial strain that they would have had to sell him for $60 million? And they could have had arguably a top 5 goalkeeper in the goddamn world.
Yeah.
England's #1. Who sure may have short arms, but you know what he knows how to do?
Save
Command
balls.
a fucking box on a corner kick. All right, please, sorry about that. Had to go on that
good.
tirade.
Goalkeepers
Club over here.
There is nobody else in the Premier League, right? You know Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know Pokemon only say their own name is how they talk.
Right.
Right. I like to think Bueno, the Wolves player that scored, is the only player in the Premier League that is essentially a Pokemon. Hey, how'd you play today? Bueno.
You know what's even better? Dos Buenos on that team.
That's what I'm talking about. Bueno y bueno. He just says his own name. How'd you do? Bueno.
We called it. We said once they finally scored.
Wait,
yes.
Paulinho. You can't gloss over it.
Okay, it was a great hit.
What a finish.
What a finish. Well
and
done.
I didn't realize he was so jacked.
Yeah. Oh.
He took his shirt off. I was like, oh, shit, somebody's been doing some push-ups in Germany. Holy fuck. That's that German machine makes strong men.
We had
Sorry.
We had said, and now, mind you, Villa controlled the pace of play, but found themselves down 1-0. And once they finally got the goal, once they finally got the equalizer and they come out at halftime, and then it was like, oh, wait, everybody. The Premier League season has started. Let's play football now.
I told you once it's going to be floodgates once it happens, and it was a little fortunate, obviously the kind of looping nature of Ollie Watkins' goal,
but it went in.
But it
And
went in.
God,
Was the
did
point?
He need one?
Oh yeah,
God,
because
did
you
he
saw
need
like
one?
John McGinn. How many times have we seen John McGinn cut it on his left foot and absolutely rifle it? And that first chance he had, fucking went to row. I don't know why.
But
Wasn't exactly out the stadium, but it wasn't on target.
But then in the second half,
Bang.
bang, puts one away.
Because they got the confidence. They broke the duck. And that's what matters.
Watkins works the line, puts in that ball that he should have gotten an assist for, but it bounced around a little. That
That's fine. Yeah.
got put away. Like it all seemed to click. It all suddenly seemed to click, and it feels like we can all go.
Yeah.
Villa's going to be all right.
I think Villa's going to be fine.
Yeah, I mean, we knew this. We just needed to see this, and that's what we finally saw. At some point, Josh King is going to finally score a goal for Fulham, but that kid has been the most electric player in the league to not score a goal yet.
If you don't want to call a foul, fine. Okay, that's your discretion as the referee. There was contact. He didn't dive.
Yeah, he
Stop
went in.
booking him for diving.
He went into the contact. He was looking for
Doesn't
the
matter.
contact. But,
Doesn't
yeah,
matter.
Doesn't need to be a card.
There was contact, and he asked for it because of the contact.
Right.
But it's not Wayne Rooney against Arsenal when in the 8-2 game when they ended the fucking 49-game unbeaten run.
Right.
He wasn't 3 feet off of Sol Campbell's thigh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, there was not a foul. There was a touch. Leave the kid alone. Leave the kid alone. Because what you're going to do is convince him that he has to leave his leg in and he's going to have a broken fucking leg next time.
Yeah, not good. But
You just don't book him. It's just a coming together. It's not a foul. Fine.
but
I also thought it kind of might have been a foul, to be honest.
I didn't think it was.
I think it was more of a foul than if you're telling me if the goalkeeper gets a touch. It doesn't matter. This goalkeeper did not get a touch. And he made contact with Josh King.
King went into the play.
Doesn't matter.
King went into the play.
Doesn't matter. Where's he supposed to run? He's running towards the goal. He moved the ball enough out of the way of the goalkeeper that the goalkeeper didn't touch
If
it.
he was, okay, obviously vocal medium, so it doesn't help, but I'm going to show you. Emmy is sliding like this. Josh King, after he could have just kept going like that, he went like that.
How many players touch the ball around the goalkeeper and still make contact with the goalkeeper and get penalties every fucking game?
He went back into him.
No, does not. He did not have time to jink back into Emmy.
He very much did.
He did not.
You looked at him turn his body back into him.
No.
I don't think it was deserving of a yellow, but he definitely turned himself
It's
back
definitely
into
not
it.
a dive.
Yeah. No, it's
Which is
definitely
the
not
key.
done. But he went back into it.
But if you're going to tell me that Gyökeres isn't a penalty because the goalkeeper got the ball, which Gyökeres played it into him, this was definitely a penalty under that same circumstance.
You're going to make me have to go fucking pull up the rule that says that if he gets the ball, it's not a penalty.
It's not a rule.
Because it is a fucking rule
not a
because they
fucking
brought it up on multiple occasions. PGMOL has brought it up on
There was
occasions.
a referee on a
when
punditry
VAR has
show.
overturned
there was a
things.
former referee on a punditry show that said that Arsenal's penalties shouldn't have been overturned, and he also said that this player should not have been booked and it should have been a pen. He agreed that both decisions were penalties.
And
it was a former top-flight referee in England.
PGMOL has very
regularly
much
fuck shit up.
And they have stated in the rules that because the keeper makes contact with the ball, it is not a penalty. I'm
So I
telling
can
you that.
drop kick somebody in the chest and touch the ball with my hand as it's going under me, and it's fine.
Fucking Hugo Lloris tapped the ball and grabbed Richarlison ankle, and they didn't call it a fucking penalty because
And that should have been a penalty as well.
Because PGMOL said in the rules
Bullshit.
it is not a foul.
It's not. in the
Do
rules.
I think the rule is bullshit? Absolutely I do. But it's the fucking
I
rule.
don't think it's a rule.
It is the fucking rule.
It's ridiculous.
Graham Potter got fired over the weekend.
He did on a Saturday.
Yeah.
He took the press conferences on Friday.
Yeah.
As he was being fired, Nuno was pulling into training.
Yeah. Yeah.
The definition of the seat still being warm.
And, yep, Nuno is in. You know,
and he immediately got a third of the points that Graham Potter's gotten this season.
Precisely. Well, what I think that Nuno in particular does is he brings a little bit of just kind of calmness. Like, all right, boys, this ain't going to be pretty. But also, you've put yourself in this situation. So now we got to play this way. The one thing that I would give him credit for right off the jump, and Smokey had put this up in the closed group, he goes, we don't need the fans to support us right away. We need to earn back the fans' trust because we've started poorly.
Yep.
And it can't just be, be behind us. We got to prove to them that we deserve to get their support. And this was, for me, Everton blew a lot of opportunities.
Yes, they did.
Everton should have been well ahead in this match.
Everton should have got a winner when Dewsbury Hall was yellow carded for no fucking reason.
Jesus Christ. I'm baffled by that one.
Well,
and now he's out of game because he
'cause it's his
accumulated.
fifth.
Yeah.
Again, I'll just say that's exactly what happened when York Rush was running through on Nick Pope, and that's a yellow card to an outfield player.
You aren't going to let it go.
No,
are
I'm
you?
not, because it's a fucking cunt rule, if it's a rule at
It's
all,
a
which
rule.
I don't believe it's a rule.
I mean, I'm now going to look it up and find the
I
rule.
believe referees use that as a scapegoat.
Yeah.
I don't think it's actually written down.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up, and if I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. But they have said that is the rule. They have said that is the rule.
It's bollocks.
Okay, well, you just fucking settle down. You
Absolute bollocks.
you only care because it happened to you.
No, Kieran Dewsbury Hall should not have been yellow carded. It's a fair tackle.
That's infield play. We're talking about keepers, and you would not care if that didn't happen.
It's an absolutely fair tackle.
If
He should not have been
Raya
yellow
had
carded.
done the same thing to Voldemort, you would have not cared. You would have been like, oh well, the rule is if he
No,
touches
if they
the ball.
gave him a pen, I'd have been like, oh, well, he didn't play the ball, really. The ball got played
If
onto
If
him.
they didn't give him a pen, you would have been like, well, the rule is he touched the ball.
Nah.
So
I mean, it was like that season.
bullshit.
No, it was like the entire season where they had handball was automatic penalty.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. That is bullshit. Because you're playing the ball on to me. I don't know anything about it. That's not fair.
all right. We are getting away from what we're talking about, which is the fucking game, and we need to get done with this fucking
No,
show.
all I said was it was not a yellow card.
Settle down,
It's not
Graham.
a yellow card on Dewsbury Hall.
Okay.
And I think Everton would have gone on to win it had that decision not gone against Everton.
I very much agree with that, but
That was
what
the sliding doors moment.
But Nuno got done what needed to get done. They found a way to get a point, and it is Nuno ball. It's unattractive. It's not the most enticing thing in the world, but it's going to work. If only they had that exact same type of manager that had maybe won them a fucking European Cup. If only they had that. Oh, yeah, that's right. They did. It was David Moyes. He was coaching Everton now.
Sure money.
You are not fucking wrong. I also love that essentially because he's Portuguese, Smokey's happy about it. Because David Moyes is Glaswegian, fuck, he can't have this.
You can't have
That's
this.
fucked. All right, I'm now minus 500. Big surprise because fuck Spurs, and you're lucky because they fucked it up before you did.
Yeah.
Also, didn't realize we could fire people on Saturdays.
Yeah. We
If that
barely
was
fired
Graham Potter's West Ham, you'd have won 4-0.
we would have definitely won 4-0. No doubt about it. Trust me, the minute they hired him, all Evertonians were like, oh, fuck, we're going to lose this one, aren't
Yeah.
we?
I almost bet for West. I really did almost bet West Ham.
Here comes the most Everton that moment ever.
Yeah, my real money. That's true. How'd you do?
So myself, I should probably research my bets a little bit better and know that the fact that Bournemouth hasn't won at Leeds in something like 40 fucking years, and maybe I shouldn't have picked Bournemouth to win. So I am down $500.
Big Sam's Lock of the Week.
At least we're still tied.
Much like you, 0% of the time it works 100%
At least
of
we're
the
still
time.
tied. Yes.
It just, what was it I said last week? It never works. Just
simply doesn't work.
All right. Well, this week I'm going to go with a simple 2-game parlay. I am taking Liverpool to beat Chelsea and over 2.5 goals at plus 194. Just get on the board. And I feel like a 2-1, 3-0 game, I feel like that's the case. I feel like there's going to be goals, especially because Konate and Van Dijk are giving up. That defense is giving up goals. So, and I feel like Chelsea will get one, but I also feel like Liverpool will get two. but it feels like a 2-1 to me.
Okay.
And the week before I would have hit mine if you and fucking City would have scored more than 2 fucking goals.
Yeah. We should have, by the way.
Would have been nice.
We
So,
absolutely should have. All right. So I've got a 7-game.
9-way parlay.
7. But
Not good
it's
gambling.
actually less than a G
Okay.
on my old plus odds.
Wow.
I got Arsenal to win, but under 4.5 because it's Nuno. Because we're playing West Ham.
Yep.
But we're going to win. Which is going to be under 4.5 goals. Bournemouth or draw with Fulham because it's in Bournemouth's building, and Fulham usually doesn't string together 2 good results.
Yeah.
Chelsea versus Liverpool, over 1.5.
Right.
Don't care who wins, just over 1.5. Brighton to beat Wolves, I think. United and Sunderland, under 3.5. Again, don't care who wins, doesn't matter, just under 3.5. And then Villa to ride this wave, baby. And all of that gets me plus 858.
Very good.
Not too shabby for that. I actually put that bet in while I was making it as we started the show.
Terrible with money.
Could be. I did win $140 yesterday between the NFL and the Arsenal game.
Oh, yeah. Very
So-
nice.
Yeah.
Well, that is going to wrap it up. We went a little long, but things were heated tonight.
Not
we
terribly.
were feisty.
We've been longer than this for no reason.
Yeah, but we haven't been this long this season.
No, but
And we
things
made
got
an
feisty.
we made an active effort to, make sure we kept it reeled in.
This just happens when you're a cunt.
Speaking of cunts, let's talk about this week's cunt.
Yeah, so Brody brought this to our attention. I heard about the guy that was doing the growing his hair out until Manchester United win 5 in a row.
Right. And I referenced it last week on the show a little
Essentially, yeah.
bit. I was like, the blokes might get to cut his hair.
I heard
Wrong.
this is what was happening. I did not know he was donating his hair to charity when it happened. Like once it finally happened and he cut it, he was going to try to, give sick kids a
Right.
fucking
Right. Well, mind you, his hair ain't cut yet.
toupee. Right. Well, correct, because they lost. But while he was sitting in the stands, a bald Manchester United fan decided to grab his hair and try to yank it out, essentially.
Yeah. Tell him he
Like,
was a fake
He
supporter.
was a fake supporter. He's doing this for attention, doing it for money, which he said outright. I mean, he did a very honest kind of, piece to camera that was just like, this is all new to me. I've never gone viral before. I'm just trying to do something nice for my community.
Right.
Just trying to do something fun to make these unbearable results.
Yeah, try to
Like,
make light of a bad moment. I'm just,
Yeah.
I did this bit. I didn't expect it to get big. I didn't expect my team to be fucking dog
To
shit.
be shit.
And not get 5 wins in a row. My team always gets 5 wins in a row.
He's been growing his hair for 2.5 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it just, the bald guy is the cunt, not this guy. This
Oh,
guy's a legend.
yeah.
And he's also very enjoyable, kind of, white guy fro, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Got a
curly hair.
giant white guy
it's,
fro.
it's excellent. But just let people do what they want. Just in general, just leave people alone. It's fine. But also, do the research before you try to rip someone's hair out
Right.
about what they're doing and why they're doing it.
He's a lifelong supporter. He's been a supporter since he was a little boy.
He held up a jersey that he had from the time he was 2 that he said a hamster chewed a hole in.
Yeah, like just
Come on.
fuck off. Like,
And also the gentleman was about your age.
yeah,
And the guy was about 15 years younger than me.
yeah,
That's growing the hair.
yeah. And
So it's like, just what do you? Are you really that? Are you getting involved with essentially to you a child?
and as well, it's
There's a lot wrong with the whole thing.
there are a lot of clubs that have not gotten to enjoy.
You just scratched your arm, and that's a perfect response.
Yeah.
It makes my fucking skin crawl, this cunt.
That there are 97% of the clubs in English football that do not have a 5% of the success that your club has had.
Correct.
Your club is going through a historic bad spell. If you can't laugh at yourself, for fuck's sakes, what are you doing? Like,
That's the problem. United supporters are spoiled brats.
Just
United supporters are spoiled brats,
and
especially ones of a certain age.
And this fucking guy wasn't looking for popularity. It fell upon him, and he's trying to do the best he can with it and do something good with it. And it's like,
it's making light of the situation. I mean, how many baseball teams, how many hockey teams in this country, and maybe it's just specific to us, that don't shave their beard until they lose.
Right.
Especially when you hit the playoffs, especially, right? How many of us do that? And this is making light, taking that sort of fun kind of camaraderie thing and turning it around to make light of a shit situation and make something a little happier. And he said himself multiple times, didn't expect it to go this long.
Yeah. Don't take yourself so fucking seriously. It's a fucking game, and you're a fucking supporter.
In case anyone's wondering, I did not say that 20 years ago the last time we won the title. My wife made me do this.
All right, everybody. Next up is DU Does EFL, where we're going to talk about the rest of the league, the rest of English football.
Very briefly this
week. Of course, the League Cup as well. And then we're going to follow that up with Injury Time, where we talk about the beers we were drinking, our fantasy teams, and then, of course, preview the weekend's action. Should you want to support the show, Mr. Graham, how do you go about doing that?
Very easy. Patreon.com/DU Football Show. Sign up to that $5 tier, and you will get all of our extra content that Sam just told you about. Although DU Does EFL is free, so just check that out after you subscribe in your favorite podcast app and give us a 5-star rating because it helps people find the show.
And if you're streaming with us right now, stick around. EFL will be up in just a few minutes. We'll come right back to the stream. Till next week, everybody.
Good night.
Hello, internet. I'm also thinking
Would
if
be
it's
good.
if it's DC, maybe Mi Vida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be all right.
Yeah.
That would be all right.
Yeah, I thought, and like I said, DC would definitely be Shelley's. I would take him to Shelley's for a stick. Even though I'm not even sure if he's really smoking all that much anymore, if he's doing sticks or not.
Not as often,
Yeah.
from what I know.
Yeah. But also, let's face it. If you've ever smoked a cigar in your life and you have an opportunity to go hang out at Shelley's back room,
You're doing it.
and you're putting a cigar in your mouth.
Absolutely.
Even if you've only maybe had 5 cigars in your life, you're like, well, I'm at fucking Shelley's. Like, this is the DC institution, which was, by the way, good little fill in for people who are still with us on the live stream. Finally had my first stick since the eye, and it went to Shelley's back room, ended up getting, because they carry, as long as it's not a Cuban, they carry all of the sticks that made Cigar Aficionado's top 25. So I smoked number 3,
Nice.
and it wasn't even that pricey. It was like $20.
Nice.
Had a glass of whiskey, had some half smokes with some their homemade half smokes with their homemade honey mustard, and cigar, little sausage, fucking whiskey. It was like, everything's back to normal again. The world is a better place. I finally have a cigar in my mouth. Been fucking almost 2 months, man.
Yeah.
Almost 2 months.
That's hard.
All right, you got your bets all figured out there, Killer?
Yep.
All right, let's get ready to do it. Mr. Graham, we got a little League Cup to talk about.
Yes, we do. A lot of League Cup to talk about.
Again, that certain team that beat Manchester United might be in the final 16.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
And there's also 2 lower league teams facing each other, which means one will be in the quarters.
Absolutely.
And of course, let's make sure we cover the rest of the league as well while we're at it.
I guess.
Let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston.
Arsenal fans have another Sam. AKA the fucking Gooner Graham. Smells of a lord. Looks great in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to DU Does EFL, a completely biased brief recap of the rest of English football as told by 2 common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and while we may bicker nonstop in the main show, when it comes down, push comes to shove, we're teammates getting it done with the whiskey. My co-host, Mr. Samuel Graham. How you doing over there, buddy?
Goddamn right. Very well, thank you. How are you?
You like doing intro while pouring myself more whiskey, getting it done, doing it
I
correctly.
did the same thing.
Because we are professional. Damn it.
Goddamn
That
right.
is all there is to it.
Absolutely.
We are top 50 fucking ranked football podcast in Britain.
Are we?
Yeah, remember that from last year? The totally made up fucking
yeah,
website
when's the last time we
give it-
checked?
you know, I mean, they said we were, so I'm gonna again, do not let if they give you the line.
At one point, we were ranked the top 50 podcast.
Remember also, we are an award-winning podcast.
We are. That they can't take away from us.
They may have only done the awards twice.
And they never gave us a plaque, but we won it.
But fuck you, we won it the first time, and that's all there is to it.
The inaugural winners. No.
And of course, on the 1s and 2s, the multi-show winning podcast person. Because remember, her other show at the time won awards that year.
That's true.
Producer Mel, how we doing over there besides itchy?
It's very itchy. Just very itchy tonight.
Very
I
itchy.
got nothing else to report.
You know what? I've also, I don't know that I've been privy to the Scorsese glasses. I think those awards have gotten to your head. To be completely fair.
The Scorsese glasses.
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah. I've had these glasses for a long time.
I've never seen them. You're always in
She wears them all
I
the
wear
time
them
on
all
Mondays.
the time.
I don't remember them.
These are my TikTok glasses.
I'm
And
not,
they're Versace, by the way.
according to Sam, I'm not on TikTok.
Hey,
And they're
hey,
Versace.
Versace, hey, Mel. Tells you what kind of friend Sam is and how much he cares and notices about you.
I just don't remember glasses on people. Glasses wearers notice glasses. I don't notice glasses. Unless they're absolutely fucking atrocious, except for this case because of the awards comment is the only reason I notice them properly. They look good. I like them.
We're recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your podcast. And, of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us, there is many ways that you can. Mr. Graham, as a non-observant person, tell everybody how they can get in touch.
I'm just so fucking tired. It's at DU Football Show on all the social media and dufoootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email.
Very
is
good.
The easiest way to do it.
We are drinking the exact same shit we drank on the last show, just more of it.
Championship corner.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh no!
That is an exceptional fucking whiskey.
It's very good whiskey.
Been a minute since I've had it. It's really good. Burrows still sit atop of the championship, despite drawing Southampton over the weekend. Coventry has now moved into second place after beating Birmingham 3-0. Apparently, there was a little bit of a kerfuffle from the Birmingham City supporters that apparently Coventry charged a premium for their match.
Okay.
The same thing that happened with Wrexham and Birmingham City last year in League One,
Yeah.
where they're charging the away fans a premium, making me start to wonder, are they really charging them a premium, or are the Birmingham City fans just notoriously cheap and they're bitching about it a lot?
Could be. There was a Premier League game this happened in this past weekend. You might have been a European game coming up. It might have been Chelsea. They created a new tier of ticket. Class A games are X dollars. I think it's Chelsea.
Oh, were they doing it to their own fans, not the away fans?
Correct.
Yeah.
This,
because this was doing it to the away fans very specifically.
This European game that they're about to play on the weekend or midweek is rated a AA fixture.
So
which
it's
is
even more.
a new price tier. They've also lowered the amount of junior and senior tickets available. So more people that can pay more money are allowed. And I think the chief executive came out and said something along the lines of, we need to do this to remain competitive financially.
Look.
Which, if they sell out, would only be £900,000 or Raheem Sterling's wages for 3 weeks.
I was going to say, Sterling and Mudryk not playing isn't going to fucking pay for itself, man. You got to figure out a way to get it somehow.
Mudryk is doped, remember?
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
getting
bad.
at. Neither one of them being allowed to, one, just because they don't want him to play, and the other one because he's doped. He's pay the money. His boys
Funny.
still pull a paycheck.
I really enjoy Middlesbrough's a blast from the past, obviously. I'd like them to stay where they are. I wouldn't mind to see them back. Coventry, we haven't seen in the Premier League for a very long time as well. I'd like to see them back.
Would
So,
also be funny because it's Fat Frank.
but this top of the Premier League is very exciting at the moment.
top of the championship.
Of the championship, I mean.
Yeah.
Potential Premier League returners are very exciting.
Here's one worth mentioning. Charlton, who's a team who hasn't been in the Prem forever,
yeah.
and they just got promoted there, who beat Leyton Orient in the playoff match to go up.
Yep.
Currently sitting in 7th place after beating Blackburn, an established team in the championship, 3-0.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a great result for them.
Blackburn famously only have one less Premier League title than Liverpool.
Okay. Is that how we're spinning it now?
That's how we're spinning
all
it
right.
now.
Good.
You know, hey, Leicester and Blackburn combined have the same number of Premier League titles
My God.
as Liverpool.
Fox News in it again.
Until they get a third, I'm not going to fucking give them any credit. That's all there
this
is
is
to
what
it.
they call mental gymnastics.
Yep. Well, look. If the Reds get to MAGA, then I'm going to do my thing back. I'm going to MSNBC their asses, okay?
You're doing more than the Democrats currently, so well done.
The Blades finally won a game, but still sit in dead last.
That's what happens when you have a 16-point deficit to safety.
Yeah, I know. Wednesday's still in front of them, and Wednesday's terrible.
On Tuesday, they're still in front of them.
So Pompey lost, and
That's
they have
still-
fallen all the way to 17th place.
It's still Monday.
Yeah,
Damn
precisely.
it. Should have fell short.
Let's keep it going with Wrexham have now gone 3 unbeaten to move into 15th place. And then talking about the other teams that just recently came down, Leicester's in 5th, Ipswich is in 12th, and the Saints are in 19th.
So Leicester obviously last couple of seasons have up and down, but every time they've gone down, they've kept hold of most of their players and have been able to kind of bounce back. So you would expect. Now all of these teams started the season quite poorly.
Yeah.
Southampton are the ones that haven't really figured it out yet.
Right.
Obviously being in 19th. Ipswich is on the charge. They're up to 12th. They're moving. They're
They
shaking.
lost a lot more of their team than we thought they were going to.
They also had a lot of loanees in as well.
I mean, they lost a lot.
I like Wrexham being unbeaten, moving into 15th. What they need to focus on is championship survival,
Yeah,
period.
just stay up.
Stay in the league.
12th and 13th place. That's all you need. You know what they're doing? We'll get onto it, but they're doing well in the League Cup. Maybe a nice FA Cup run, but comfortably mid-table. That's all you want to do. Survive.
Pompey started quite well by their own standards, to be fair, over the last few seasons. Finding it difficult, obviously, to get out of League One time and time again, despite consistently making the playoffs.
Right.
So them being in 17th now has me a bit worried. But they seem like they have the pieces. They seem like they're doing well enough that they'll be able to figure this out.
They've played more on the road than they have at home, and as we know, they are stellar at fucking home.
Yeah, and
They're stellar at
You
home.
also look at the two teams. Obviously, Wednesday have their own problems. Right. But Sheffield,
they'll figure it out. Oxford, though, I think is dead on to go down. They punched above their weight to stay up last year.
That's what I'm concerned about. When you have the Blades potentially figuring it out, that's a spot that Pompey may lose to.
Yeah, but I still feel like a team like Hull City is really in a mess right now.
I just don't like them in 17th at this stage.
I think
I'd like
they'll
them to
be
be a
okay.
little higher to be able to survive Sheffield United figuring it out.
They were up there after the South Coast Derby, and then it just kind of they've lost 2 in a row since.
It's petered, right? I mean, it's early days, and 3 points could jump you 8 places. But I'm just saying, it's cause for concern that they're in 17.
With that being said, they are doubled up this week, so everybody plays on either Tuesday or Wednesday, and then they all play again Saturday, Sunday. So you may see Pompey shoot right up the board. There aren't very many big games to talk about, except for Sunday has only one match, just like the Pompey and
The South Coast Derby. The South Coast Derby.
Yeah. We got the Old Farm.
Come on.
The Old Farm. So the
A couple
Tractor
Americans
Boys,
involved as well.
Yep. The Tractor Boys
Josh Sargent's still there, right?
and the Canaries. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. So we'll have that on Sunday. So there's a lot of early games going on in the Prem, but if you want to catch one, that is one definitely worth checking
Absolutely,
out.
100%.
All right. Moving on to League One. Bradford still sitting first place, cruising along with Stevenage and Lincoln just behind them. Cardiff have fallen all the way to 4th. And that's after they had lost that match to Bradford 3-0 last week.
Yeah.
This week, they got a draw, but have dropped points again and fallen into 4th.
Well, it's still a big deal. And Cardiff is just such a massive club. I mean, they really should not be floundering in League One anyway.
Right.
And again, it's one of those confidence things, right? You shouldn't be dropping points to some of these teams, man.
They need to do what Birmingham City did, right? That this is Birmingham City and Cardiff going down to League One is like when West Ham and Newcastle went down to the championship.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Should be number 1 with a bullet, win the fucking league, go right the fuck up. We should have never been here in the first place. It's a blip on the radar. Let's keep moving, right? Reading got themselves a nice little win at Stockport, who Stockport has been one of those teams, much like Wrexham, on the climb kind of every season, it seems. And so for them, they're now in, I believe, 19th place. So they're really kind of moving themselves up the table a little bit. They're doing better. So it feels like Reading's righted the wrongs, is what I'm kind of getting.
Yeah, we'll just see what happens financially and if they get any sort of points deduction, because that was their main issue, right? Same with Wednesday. We still haven't gotten their final verdict yet on what's going on with them. And theirs is going to be steep because they can't pay their players. Right.
Reading, I think, is finally. I don't think Reading's going to have any more stipulations. I think they're finally okay. I think
okay. Well, that's good for them then.
Because Dai Young no longer owns the club.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We talked about this last season.
That's right.
Sold him.
Yeah. They finally did so. Yeah. You're right.
Now, both League One and League Two do not have doubled up games. Only the Championship does. So, worth mentioning. The key one, Burton Albion, has now fallen all the way into the dead bottom spot. They are a team last season who barely survived at the end of the year. So this is one of those teams you start to look at and go, because especially at first it was like the Posh and Reading were down there, and you're like, the Posh and Reading,
somebody will figure it out.
They aren't staying down there. They aren't. They aren't. Like, those are teams who should probably be in the championship. So they ain't staying there for long.
Championship mainstays for sure.
Right, precisely. Wassel beat Aki 3-1 and have moved to top of the league. So Gillingham is now fallen to third, which will make you happy. Everyone, but that's not really the big news. Everyone's favorite second club in 5th place, Grimsby Town, demolished the bottom of the league, Cheltenham Town, 7-1.
Somebody should tell Cheltenham that if you get lapped, it's a bad thing.
Because it's the horse racing town.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm with glad it didn't miss. Thank you so much.
I got you. I'm ready for that one. That one.
I mean, after that.
I remember that because you were betting it when we were in England the week of COVID.
Yes. Cheltenham should also realize that if they continue on like this, getting beat 7-1 week after week, somebody should just pull a tent out and shoot them.
Well, they are in a bad way. Their goal differential is horrible. In comparison
it's
to the other.
-6 at the minimum.
Yeah, but I think they're at a minus. I think they're at a -13.
It's obviously the 19th game of a 4,000 game season.
Right.
But it's they're at least -6, and that's not a good place to be in at all.
Aki are in 19th. Oh, by the way, I got it. Yeah. Aki are in 19th with Tranmere just one spot above them.
Both of these things make me sad.
Well, we kind of figure where Aki is right now. This is what they're going to be. Look, as long as they don't go down, right? But they're
because they're not big enough to come back up.
But they're not pulling.
But they're a big enough club that they should be a professional team.
Right. So as long as they keep finishing years somewhere between 14th and 18th, they're fine.
But if they lose that budget,
it's not 21 and it's not 22. That's the only thing that matters.
The way they've been going, if they lose that budget, if they fall out the league system, they are in big trouble.
They ain't.
It's going to be a very long time before they come back.
And the key thing to remember with them, that's one of the original 12.
Right.
One of the original 12. We certainly don't want to see them go anywhere.
The Leyton Orient of the North.
Exactly. And oh, there it is. It's on the backside. I was wondering.
Did you know who we were talking about there? Accrington Stanley.
I'm sorry, who?
Exactly.
Very good. Now, in the other drop spot is currently
I love beating a dead horse.
Is
like Cheltenham. Get it in. Fucking come on. I'm making a Burger King patty here.
Oh, I would say you're building it with glue.
All these jokes stick together. Seinfeld's bit was one of my favorites. He goes, I like people that invent things. Like, who looked at a horse and go, I think he could be glue. Thanks for that.
All right. Shrewsbury Town currently hold the second drop spot on goal differential, with Newport only 3 goals ahead of them.
That
Now,
potato patch could drop out the league. I'd be happy about it.
Now, finally, moving on to the League Cup, 16 teams are left. 11 of them are in the Prem.
Can we call it by its God-given name, the Carabao?
The Carabao Cup, got you.
Come on.
And
Fuck Monster.
Everton went out to Wolves because Everton, let's have the team that hasn't won a game finally,
Win a game.
they did win one League Cup game. They're undefeated in the League Cup. They're cruising there. Everton lost to them 2-0.
That was terrible, that. I
I
lost a lot of money on you guys that day.
only Graham's Gunners are left from the show because Mel's Villa are also out of the League Cup as well.
Sure are.
But notables include that aren't from the Premier League are Wrexham, Swans, Wycombe/Wycombe, Cardiff, and everybody's motherfucking favorite team, Grimsby Town, are all in the final 16.
Tell you something. If mine happened to go out, I will be the newest Grimsby Town supporter.
I'm not sure if you saw it, but Grimsby Town does have on their website currently to be purchased a coffee mug that said, "We beat Manchester United," and the date on it with the Grimsby Town logo on the
You know
other
what?
side.
Less shame in that than Tottenham releasing a fucking DVD every time they win a game.
Yeah, exactly.
So well done.
And there will be a lower league side in the quarterfinals no matter what, because you have Wrexham hosting Cardiff.
I would love Wrexham to win this game.
Well, it's also great about that one too.
It's the biggest Welsh derby, really,
Exactly.
besides Cardiff Swansea.
It is a massive Welsh derby,
It's a
which is going to
huge
be
Welsh derby.
really fucking cool in the League Cup.
Yes, and I think we should take this moment real quick. Well, I'll do the parting words.
Let's get to it. Parting words, Mr. Graham.
We should take a moment very quickly to recognize the former Liverpool FC women's manager. And the article I was tagged in that gave me his name that I can't remember is been removed from Facebook.
Okay, so what is
Brilliant.
the story?
Beard, I think, is his last name.
Coach Beard?
Yeah, literally. He was found hanged in his house. Suspected suicide. But he managed Liverpool's women to back-to-back Super League titles in 2013 and 14, I believe. It was. And then came back in 2021 after Liverpool had been relegated to bring them back in as championship winners back to the Women's Super League. It was only 47 years old. And by all accounts, Emma Hicks, a lot of people in the game, Arne Slot included, were just saying what a wonderful human being he was and such an excellent person and a champion of the women's game, which is a huge deal nowadays. That that with so many detractors and so many things and distractions and stuff going on, that the game needs these people, and he was one of those people. And just a very, very sad thing. But he was. I'm not sure if he was Welsh, but he was living in Northern Wales, and that's where they found his body. And I haven't heard much else about it. It was just just before the weekend. But a minute's applause. Arsenal women, Chelsea women, everybody paid tribute. There was a moment's silence at every women's game this weekend, and I believe at the Liverpool game as well. The men's team at the weekend had a moment of silence for Coach Beard. I'm pretty sure that was his name. Did you find it? Matt Beard. Yeah, Matt Beard. Yeah. But just very, very sad. He was found hanged, and there's been going to be coming up an investigation by the Welsh police to figure out what actually happened and make sure there was no foul play. But just very, very sad, and that's not obviously. You remember Gary Speed and the Welsh national team manager at the time, and his unfortunate suicide and everything else that happened. It just, it's so important, your mental health and the stresses you're under and everything else to go ahead and make sure you seek help and talk to people and share. And, it's very, very sad.
Check on your friends. make sure they're doing well. I'm fine is not a good enough answer. Press them, ask them how they're really doing. Don't just brush it off. If they say, oh, yeah, I'm doing fine, don't just brush it off. Actually fucking talk to your friends.
100%.
Particularly us dudes, we don't like to do or talk about that kind of shit. Talk about that kind of shit, man. Just talk to your friend. Make sure they're doing all right.
Yeah.
Check in on them.
See, you and I are fine because we had our midlife crisis and started a podcast.
Yeah, precisely.
But not a lot of people get that opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, actually, too many people get that opportunity, but not enough people that should have that opportunity to
Get
that
opportunity.
to that opportunity.
All right.
But yeah, no, it's a very tragic, very sad thing, and it's I had heard that he had passed. I hadn't seen really the article about it. My mom tagged me in it, and that's what I was looking up, and it was, I believe it was a Sun article that said that he was found hanged. So, and that's just smacks of suicide.
Yeah.
And it's just make sure you're checking on your people, hugging your people tight, and making sure they know that they have people that care about them, and hopefully, that's enough.
As always, everybody, if you are a supporter of a lower league side, reach out to us. Sam, how do people reach out again?
It's www.patreon.com/DFootballShow for all the extra stuff. It's one way you can reach out. You can send messages on there. You're right. I fucked up. It's at DFootballShow on all the social medias, at DFootballShow@gmail.com to get in touch via email.
And next up is Injury Time, which Mr. Graham just plugged, where we're going to talk about the beers we were drinking, check in on our adopted clubs and our fantasy teams, and, of course, preview the weekend's action. Till next week, everybody.
Good night.